Yee all the way back behind the goal. Now he cuts it short and tries to stuff it in on the short side. And a good stop by Bailey Stevens as it comes all the way back out to the red line. Jamestown will have to back up just a bit. Here's Son Stebo across the line, down the middle, takes the shot. His shot is blocked in a big collision as Warnick got all of Son Stebo on that one. Back out to the red line. Okina will pick it up for Jamestown. Back pedaling through his own face-off circle. Cooley tries to intercept, gets a stick on it, but can't control. And it's tipped along the outer boards, and here it comes.
It'll come all the way down into the Missouri State zone with 11:47 to go in the period. Swept into the corner. Salnikoff is there. Work now to McKechnie. Cross-ice pass. And from the left side, a shot is blocked. The attempt up the middle. Salnikoff can't clear it, but now it is stolen, taken by McKechnie. Cross-ice pass broken up by the Ice Bears Schumacher. Now with 11:24 to go in the period. Puck is to Salnikoff, and he'll have it and flip it up and into the bench, and 11:17 to go. Face-off will be inside the zone.
That would be a penalty in the NHL. Thankfully, it is not here. And I know he did that intentionally because I'll tell you what, those guys were gassed on defense. They needed a break.
They were.
So really a good, smart move by Salnikov to call that play to a halt.
I want to welcome everyone back in watching on Web Sports Radio's live TV. I know we had a connection issue, and we should be back and ready to go now. So thanks for bearing with us, but we should be good now. 11:04 to go, and we get a whistle and a stoppage in play. Sollenbach is there with Richter.
Just a frozen puck, I think.
You haven't missed anything other than a couple of hits.
And some of the best calls I've made in years.
Yeah, and then nobody got to hear it.
Nobody heard it.
But again, as you slowly get back to this hockey game.
Well, that means I can say the same things again and nobody will know I'm repeating myself.
Well, if you watch the video, the replay, you might.
Yeah, it'll still be on the replay, right?
Near side boards, Sollenbach's there. It is out to center, and here comes Ruben.
Ruben cuts to his right. Oh, and he had a chance at a shot, but it rolled off the end of his stick. Now he loses an edge and goes down. But the Ice Bears still maintain possession. We're going to get a penalty against Jamestown as Bailey Stevens cruises out of the crease.
Ice Bears.
There's a shot, save, rebound right on the doorstop, and finally we'll get a whistle.
This will just be penalty or power play number 2, and I believe this is holding call. Or wait, do we get more penalties?
Well, we got a slash. I saw a slashing call. And I don't know if that's the only one or not.
Yeah, it is a slash. I thought he was calling a hold.
All right, so power play number 2 coming up for the Ice Bears. They've already converted on 1.
And they got to get the penalty up. They do. It is the penalty is assessed to Jerry McNeil.
And the Ice Bears win the draw, but they throw it out of the zone as Anderson couldn't get the stick down on a tough pass.
All the way down where Anderson will give it a bell.
Ice Bears weaving around in their own zone to get things set up. Here's Brown on the left side, and Chris steps across the red line and dumps it in. Kovacic will race for it in the corner. He backhands it all the way out to the point. Brennan Anderson had it, went off of his stick, and Browning will clear it for Jamestown.
Stevens is there. He'll sweep it into the corner. Racing for it is Crom, but the Ice Bears will set it up behind their own net to Chris Brown with 9:50 to go in the second period. A 3-0 lead for Missouri State. O'Brien is third, Saunders is first. Kovacic on the power play is sixth.
Kovacic dumps it in. He'll chase it down himself, chips it along to the near side. Bell gets it there. Now Kovacic with a spinorama and a nice save by Brower. Out front, Anderson. He'll give it on the right side. Travis Barrett with a shot. Save by Brower and a stack of players on top of the puck. And now Turin, who was trying to get off of Brower, he was pushed down on top of Brower to begin with, and he was trying to get up, and he gets a shove. And now Bell comes to the rescue, and he starts a little pushing and shoving. And I think we're going to get nothing in the long run. No further penalties. Wow, that was a lot of action for nobody going to the box.
Well, it didn't look like much. No punches were thrown.
Alex Harmon, our videographer tonight. Dr. Ben Goss behind the glass. I'm not Steve. I'm Dan Lee. He's Steve Casson. Glad you could join us on West Street. Who are we working for?
You could be me if you want to do the coaches show tonight for sure.
No, thank you. But thanks for joining us on websportsradio.com. It's been a long weekend. 4 games for Mr. Steve Casson behind the microphone this weekend. You haven't done that in a while, have you?
No, not at all.
As the Ice Bears still have 34 seconds worth of power play time left. Puck all the way around the end boards. Patrick Johansson and Travis Barrett will try to get it there, and they do, but they lose possession, and it's tipped out of the zone with 20 seconds left in the power play.
8:48 to go in the period.
Press skates for the Jimmies. A nice lead pass all the way into Barrett. Barrett looks, shoots. Oh, just barely deflected off of the glove of Tyson Brower. Now another attempt. Here's Zane O'Brien. He can't get the shot off, and it comes back out to the point. A crank from Johansson, saved off the stick. A wide open net momentarily, and almost a goal, but now we're back at full strength.
Puck is cleared to Johansson, who will move it out to center.
Oh, close saves there for the power play unit. And now a little bit of mixing up right in front of the Ice Bears bench as Barrett challenges Barron and also one other player, and it's going to be a Jamestown and an Ice Bear penalty. It's Bratton who will go for the Ice Bears instead of Barrett. This comes with 8:12 left in the second period, and we'll wait a second to see who the penalty is levied against for Jamestown.
Between the glass, Dr. Ben Goss.
Well, for the Jimmies, getting sent to the naughty bin is going to be Alan Pruss along with number 9, Jordan Brett. For the Bears, they got into just a little bit of a skirmish right there in front of the Bears bench, and the trailing official had both eyes on them, sent them both into the box.
So it's 4-on-4 now. That's the
Bears.
Second penalty in a row for O'Brien.
There you go, keep going.
Or no, actually Jordan Bratton got that one, so it's not. It's part of the B line, though.
As Richter tries to spin around, can't get the long shot in, and here comes the Ice Bears. Solnikov tried the toe drag, and he had his pocket pick. Here comes Todd the other direction for the Jimmies. 3-on-2.
Now to Richter, gets a shot off, save, rebound, move to the corner, it's out to center, and Cole Sunstebo will regroup it.
And the pass, a little errant, gets kicked off with a skate. Jamestown has it now. Here's Richter.
With a drive that missing to the right side wide, it's out to center, and 1:10 to go in the 4-on-4. Again, welcome everybody watching on Web Sports Radio's live TV. We should have the stream fixed up for you, and you should be ready to go. Got another text message from Ann Engel, who's watching on the big ship, and she said, hey, there's issues. Well, I didn't want to tell her it's on our end.
No. Here's Anderson with a shot. Oh, nice defensive play and a big hit after he let go of the puck, and this is going to be a penalty on Jamestown, as Anderson was blindsided after he'd let go of the puck. And Haney is going to go to the box. Dylan Haney.
It will be an elbow. Missouri State will go on another power play. This one will be number 3.
This comes with 6:53 left here in the second period. Still 3-0 Ice Bears.
So penalties are even up. 4 penalties each for 8 minutes, if I have it right. And so this will be a 4-on-3. Now in 41 seconds, it'll be a 5-on-4.
So a lot of open ice out there right now.
Puck is cleared all the way back down. And it'll be Bell to set it up. That's Josh Bell for Missouri State across the big bear head and into the zone.
And Bell will take the shot, but he lifts it a little bit too high, and it bounces off the boards and away. Out to the point it comes as Brown takes it there, Chris Brown. Now on the right side, here's Josh Bell. He'll skate to the top of the slot, looks down in. Now goes to the wing. Kovacic on the short angle, and a good blocker save by Brower. Lifts it up and over the crossbar, and back behind it comes. Jamestown gets a stick on it. They'll try to clear the zone, and they do. Taken back by Bell at the red line. He turns around on the big bear head.
They have a power play and do the Ice Bears on a 5-on-4 now.
Missouri State on the wave, gives to Bratton. His shot, oh, right there on the doorstep as it came to the pipe, but knocked out by Brower. Now it comes away. All the way back down.
That's power play number 3, I believe. 5:53 to go in the period.
Well, it's a power play right now as well.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if that's their 3rd or 4th.
That would be 4.
Okay, so power play number 4 for the Ice Bears.
And having some trouble is Kovacic. He finally does get rid of it, gets it to Turin, and Turin streaks in on the left wing. Backhanded centering pass goes through everything. Just missed it wide to the right as far as the pipe goes, and we're going to have another whistle.
Yeah, Turin slammed into the boards, and he is down hard. Let's go to Dr. Ben Goss between the glass.
Well, unfortunately for the Ice Bears, Turin is still face down, and he appears to be grabbing either his left knee or his left hamstring. I'm not sure which.
Well,
two left in the first period when they went up 3-0, and now Alex finally struggles to his feet, and he's going to go right out the big door right there at the corner and head for the locker room, as I'm sure they'll have to follow concussion protocol on this one. So thankfully, Turin up on his own power and headed for the locker room. 5:28 left, second period. I'm Dan Lee along with Steve Casson in the broadcast booth. Alex Harmon, our videographer for today's broadcast. Dr. Ben Goss behind the glass. And Dr. Goss, what can you tell when Alex got up?
Well, Dan, he was leaving the ice. He was putting absolutely no weight whatsoever on that left leg. He had to walk out completely assisted as he left the rink.
Okay, so the good news is it's not concussion protocol. The bad news is hopefully that was not too bad of a situation on his leg. Here's Travis Barrett now as the Ice Bears go back to work offensively in the zone. And they'll wing it on the left side. Schumacher to the right side, Johansson. They'll get it to Travis Barrett on the left wing. One-timer Schumacher, and a nice block by Jamestown, and it comes their way.
It'll come back down into the Ice Bears zone. Schumacher is there. Crom is also there.
That was Yee that got that block shot, and he felt it as he went back to the bench afterwards. Hopefully he'll shake that one off. Jamestown with the puck in their own end. Long lead pass, a little too far, and that's going to be an icing call.
Icing will bring it back into the Missouri State zone. Shots are 20 apiece right now. And it is a 3-0 lead for Missouri State. All goals in the first period. O'Brien at 1:10, 9:47 Saunders, with the ensuing penalty coming up, and then on the power play, Kovacic is 6th at 10:18.
Bryson Yee not being attended on the bench, so hopefully he's okay from that shot he took on that block shot. As Jamestown wins the draw, and they'll go back to work offensively.
Send it across the line and into the zone. It'll be kicked to the far side. Now behind the net. Bell pushes everybody. It's Cale Bell. Gets it to the right side, sends it down in low, 4:07 remaining. Saunders for Missouri State puts a little pressure on Bell. Gets it down low for the Jimmies. Anderson for Missouri State. He will get it to the corner, and now it's Perron to backhand it out to center ice.
Sullenbach will race for it. It'll have to be played by Brower, and he got there first, but just barely. Pushes it over into the near corner. A lot of bodies right there, and another body goes flying. It's Perron who hits the deck, and we're going to get a whistle.
It's going to be a penalty. Both referees with their hand up. So Missouri State now on power play number 4. Interference will be the call. So
with 3:41 left in the second period. Yeah, exactly right. That is now power play number 4 for the Ice Bears.
Penalties 10 minutes as it gets assessed to Graham Day. Makes their statistics look better for Missouri State.
Well, you always want to make sure the other team's got more penalties than you do on the night. As Kovacic will go to the face-off circle to the right of Tyson Brower as he looks out at it. And it's Jamestown who wins the draw. They come with the puck, and they've got some numbers if they hurry.
They do, with a 2-on-2 into the zone. A drive in and a save as the first shot came in. Oh, and the man doing the hitting right now is Cole Sunstebo. He had Yee in front, and they couldn't connect. Power play now has 135.
Bell will dump it in for the Ice Bears. Sunstebo races for it, but he's beaten to the puck, and the Ice Bears will put it back out on the point. Here's Anderson with a shot, with a shot, and it goes a little bit wide to the right, and now it's scooped into the glove of Brower, and he'll stop play with 3:07 left here in the second period. Still 3-0 Missouri State University. Kovacic will go to the circle this time against Destin Robinson. We haven't called his name a lot this weekend. And Kovacic wins the draw, but the Ice Bears with a little too much emphasis around the boards and goes all the way back. Here's Brennan Anderson to Bell.
2:58, and Bell will set things up. Want to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard thanks to Dan Dow. Davenport 10, Eastern Michigan 3. That's a final. Buffalo 4-3 final in overtime over Navy. And West Virginia 5-2 over Temple. That's also a final.
Ice Bears play dump and run. Cooley out front, wide open with a shot. Score! Brennan Anderson. Perfect pass from Hunter Cooley to Brennan Anderson out front, about 15 feet out, and made no mistake. Power play goal number 2 tonight.
Ice Bears are 2 for 4 on the power play. And we'll take a look at this one.
Ice Bears goal scored with 2 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the second period. Goal scored by number 11, Brendan Anderson. Assistant Anderson on the goal, number 20, Andrew Kovacic. And Hunter Cooley.
And they'll give Kovacic an added assist as we get another
Kovacic
penalty, and this
Cooley.
one's going to go against the Ice Bears,
2 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the second period.
Well, 2:37 translates to 17-23. Let's take a look at that goal as the Ice Bears have a 4-0 lead. This comes out of the corner and right in front to Anderson and Missouri State with that 4-0 advantage.
And they'll skate shorthanded for the next 2:15 following the penalty to Brian Schumacher.
This is 5 penalties, 10 minutes for Missouri State. Power play number 4. So here's a drive-in save as the initial shot comes from Browning. Well, if you can't see his number, you know it's him.
Well, that's
Oh, it's McKechnie.
yeah, he's the second tallest guy on the team. He still looks head and shoulders bigger than everybody else on the ice right now.
6'1", 210 for McKechnie. So that's not Browning.
Everybody else on the ice is short on this shift.
Jimmies win the draw. Here's Todd, shot missing wide, far side, McKechnie. He's going to drop it in low, moves it to the near side boards, and Derek Smith with a good move around McNeil. Bell has it and he clears.
Okino will be first there for Jamestown. Kovacic gives chase. Jamestown at their own blue line. Nice drop pass and a good way to start this attack. Into the zone they come. Top of the slot.
And they work it left side. Tipped in front, Richter, save, rebound, moved into the corner. Now high slot again. Here's Richter with a drive, just missing wide as he passed over to the left side. Working the power play one more time. With 1 minute to go in it are the Jimmies to Todd. Bell, nice move to slide down in front to Richter. Drive, save, rebound, and missed wide. An open net as Stevens was moving around. It was missed wide on the left side.
And he can't believe it. He was just standing there with this look on his face like, no way did I miss that.
Richter again, rebound in front, right through, and it's held on to, and McKechnie had a wide open net, and he missed it between the glass, Dr. Bengos.
Well, I've got some good news for Ice Bears fans. I felt a tap on my shoulder and looked behind me, and it was Alex Turin wanting to get back to the Ice Bears bench, and that's where he is, and he appeared to be able to skate on that injured left leg just fine.
Well, that's good news, as the Ice Bears do need Turin back. So off the draw, it is one, but the Ice Bears lose the puck at the right dot. 47 seconds remaining in the period, and the puck is cleared.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jamestown's just got to be wondering what in the world do they have to do to put that puck in the net. They're not going to get a better opportunity than the one McKechnie just had. And he can't believe it, they can't believe it, but here they go. They're going to try again, and it's wiped away by Saunders, and back down it goes with 10 seconds left in the power play for the Jamestown Jimmies. Sasha Perron with a steal in the zone, backhand to no one there, and it goes all the way into the corner, but that will do it for the power play. Perron hustling, gets to the puck first again, deep into the corner. He's got Schumacher there to try to help out, but it's taken away by Jamestown. And we're back at 5-on-5 hockey. Anderson with a steal. He has it chipped off of his stick by San Stevo, and that will do it for the second period. 4-0 Missouri State University with the advantage, even though Jamestown really won that period, I think, for the most part.
Well, they put 14 shots on Bailey Stevens, two-period total of 26, and the Ice Bears put 11 on Tyson Brower for a two-period total of 21. And you're right, it is a 4-0 lead for Missouri State, but the Jimmies looked very well in that period.
Just some really bad luck.
Yeah, just some, well, and some great plays by Missouri State.
Yeah. But we'll take it if you're a Missouri State University Ice Bears fan, and if you're a Jamestown Jimmies fan, hang around, because you get the feeling you're not going to keep this team down forever.
Well, it's good to have a 4-0 lead at this point. And now we have Dr. Ben Goss with head coach Jeremy Law.
Coach, that was kind of a strange second period, to say the least, or at least so it seemed. What did it look like from your end?
Yeah, we got away with some bad bounces on their part, so they had a couple wide open nets and they missed, and Bailey's keeping us in. He's playing fantastic. We could be better this next period. Happy that we won the period.
How's Alex Turin?
Yeah, I thought he was in big trouble there when he went down, but he's back. He says he's good to go, so I know his knee's taped up, so hopefully he's good to go.
Keys for the Ice Bears in the third period to finish this thing off.
Stay out of the box, keep getting pucks deep, and just play as hard as we can for 20 minutes.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, there you go. That's it. That's all you have to do.
A lot of Oh, look at it.
Oh.
He stepped in front of a moving Zamboni.
We almost lost a coach.
Would that be the irony of irony?
Yeah, we almost lost a coach. That wouldn't be too good at all. Well, the Ice Bears, though, get one goal in the period. In the second, it is Brennan Anderson's, and the Ice Bears increase their lead to 4-0. This one came from behind the net. Anderson kind of creeps in, and from the short slot gets the goal, and Missouri State ends up with, right now, a 4-0 advantage as we head into period 3. We'll take a break and be back and talk a repeat of yesterday's interview with Derek Smith. We'll do that in just a moment. 4-0 after 20, make that 40 minutes of play. Missouri State over Jamestown.
Now playing at Mediacom Ice Park in Springfield, a new ice age. It's the Missouri State Ice Bears hockey. Now through February, exciting, hard-hitting, fast-paced collegiate hockey, Ice Bears style. Get your advance tickets at Missouri State Tix box offices or call 417-836-7678. Tickets also available at the games. There are no speed limits at Mediacom Ice Park when you see Ice Bears hockey.
Back at Mediacom Ice Park, Steve Cass and Dan Lee. Now with the Ice Bears defenseman Derek Smith, one goal this season. Smith from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And Derek, you're familiar with this arena. You've played here before with the Springfield Express from 2014 to 17, 24 goals, 61 assists during that time. Also played for Butte, had 8 goals and 14 assists, and now you're back. I would ask what brought you back, but I think I know what your answer is going to be.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple answer. I mean, I've lived here before, so, and then the coaching staff also, and the group of guys too. I already know them, so they kind of persuaded me to come here.
You're not the only one that has found his way back into Jeremy Law's firm. I like that term. It took me 2 weeks to come up with that. Anyway, what is it about Jeremy that everybody wants to come back and play for him again?
He's a great coach. You know, he lets you do what you want, but he also like supports criticism and stuff like that. And he's not a type of coach that's gonna sit here and yell at you and everything. But he knows that you have responsibilities that you have to do.
So you can kind of do what you want, but he's going to definitely hold you accountable if it doesn't work.
Yeah, and there's definitely times where I made a mistake and I come back to the bench and he just gives me the look and I'm like, yeah, I know. And so I played with coaches before who would just like rip you on the bench, and you never want that.
But the key is, even though you tell him, yeah, I know, do you then make that change? Do you make that adjustment or whatever it is that you know that you did wrong?
You kind of alluded to something I kind of suspected, but he is one of those praise him in public, pound him in private kind of guys, right?
Yeah, he definitely, like, if you make a small mistake.
Weren't right. You had the coach in place, but did you look at everything at a whole and say, okay, yep, this is it?
Yeah, I mean, the main part was being close to home. I wanted to help my parents out, and the coach definitely helped out, but also knowing a lot of the guys on the team already was a big factor.
Obviously, closer to home in Tulsa, maybe Oklahoma might have been a tad closer. You didn't even have that in your mind at all?
No, I had no correlation with them at all. I had no connection with any of them. So, I definitely wouldn't want to go to a team that I didn't know at all. And then, so I definitely had a lot of guys on the team here trying to be like, hey, come on over here. It's a great place. And especially the crowd here was a big turn on for me to come here.
Now, obviously, that was before you found out that your brother Ty Smith's over in Oklahoma now, right?
Yeah, I definitely committed to Missouri State, and then my brother decided to get a coaching job in Oklahoma City.
Well, how was that decision worked out for you as far as educational opportunities are concerned? Are you liking it here at Missouri State?
Yeah, they had a good criminal justice department that I really want to get into, and I heard a lot of good feedback about their system, so I had to definitely come check it out.
Yeah, that's one thing we talked about way back when you were a criminal justice major. And that's still obviously something you want to do.
Yeah, it's definitely something I want to pursue. I want to go into law enforcement, U.S. Marshal Service, or I want to be a homicide detective.
I think that would be a heavy career right there.
That would be a. When I say it would be fun, obviously, the fun maybe is a little bit different than what you think, but it's probably going to be one of those real tough technical type of jobs, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something that's not going to be your sit in the cubicle all day. It's something new every day. You have to definitely have patience for it and pay key attention to small things.
So obviously you're like a CSI fan and all this good stuff, right?
Actually, I'm not.
Really?
I did not actually enjoy the CSI saga or anything like that. I definitely have my own little TV shows I like, but yeah, CSI was not one of them.
Such as?
I really like Sherlock Holmes on Netflix.
All right.
Okay, yeah. You're into the hard detective end of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to get the clues and win the game.
Yeah.
Cool. That's very cool. Well, that's good to know because, everybody thinks they want to be a detective until they realize how much work it really is.
Yeah, it's definitely not an easy job. It's definitely a high-pressure job, too. You just got to work with what you got and try to figure it out.
Well, that's one thing that I did is I loved the CSI shows until I found out it's not really done that way like it's on the show.
Right. Yeah. How about Perry Mason? You ever get to see Perry Mason? Now, there's some good. Paul on Perry Mason does some good detective work, and he's got a whole fleet of guys working for him. Is that a good situation?
See, I've never even heard of that.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Dan, you have to realize we're talking an age difference here.
It's on MeTV if you get a chance.
Okay.
Late night, like midnight or so.
Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah. See, Perry Mason was one of those old type of detective shows where things that now you think are just kind of average, normal, not really.
You couldn't even show him banging somebody on the head. They had to cut away just as the thud was heard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the clues and figuring out what was going on was pretty good back then.
Yeah. Well, like Columbo.
Never mind.
Okay. Talking to Derek Smith, defenseman for Missouri State. There's obviously another Smith on the Ice Bears. So do you guys kind of have a way to determine who's who?
Just D. Smith and A. Smith. That's the only difference.
Now, that's not what I've been led to believe. There's something about a Smither and a Smitty. Which one's which?
It just depends. I mean, most guys just call me Derek on the team. Everyone calls him Smitty. So since he was here first, he gets the Smitty rights.
Okay.
It's definitely weird hearing Smitty because I always be like turn my head to it and say, "Oh, are they talking to me?" And so it's something I have to get used to.
Well, one of the things that you're known for is blocking shots.
Yep.
So I haven't kept an accurate count of how many shots you've blocked this season, but okay, I'm going to ask you one word. Why?
I mean, I think blocking shots helps me get in the lineup a lot. Definitely, that's one of my key strengths is playing the body and stuff like that. And I feel like if I didn't block shots, I wouldn't be here.
You wear extra padding?
No. Actually, the longest time I wasn't wearing a cup until this year. I grew up playing hockey without wearing a cup, and then finally I was like, you know what, I'm in college, these guys shoot a little bit harder, I'll wear a cup.
I was more concerned with knees. It seemed to me like knees take the biggest beating on those block shots.
Surprisingly, I'd rather hit me in the shins than anywhere else. Like getting hit in like the upper body or something like that hurts more than the shins.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, those are good pads then. I didn't realize they were that tough.
I'll tell you one thing. I play goal, and I would not play goal without a cup. I did it once. And once the shot came so close that I just basically never got in front of a shot for the remainder of the game until I could go change.
Okay, there's an image I wish I didn't have in my head right now. Okay. So anyway, so here you are in Springfield, playing for Jeremy Law again, going to school, getting good grades. The future's so bright you got to wear shades, I guess.
Yeah, grades is definitely the most important part. My parents told me. They said school first, then hockey. So
well, and that's what our mantra is here. It's really school first, family second, hockey third.
Yeah.
is what we have. And I'm sure you take every advantage of that.
Oh yeah, definitely have to keep the good grades, especially going in the criminal justice area. There's so much competition and getting a job and stuff like that. So they definitely look for the highest GPA, and you got to be good with that.
What about Secret Service?
I actually did think about going into the Secret Service for a long time, but then I finally decided that I either want to do a U.S. Marshal Service or detective work.
Now, I mean this in a nice way, but you look like a detective, or you look like someone who could go into law enforcement.
Yeah, I definitely get haggled a lot about it because, like my roommate Bailey, he always gives me a little trouble because I can pick up on keywords when people are like saying words, and I'm like, is this what you're really meaning? He's like, how'd you even know? So yeah, I mean, it's something I practice with a lot, but I still haven't decided fully what I want to do, but it's just definitely down to those two things.
Have you already dabbled in things like behavioral psychology and facial expressions that can let you know somebody's telling a tall tale?
So I'm taking psychology right now, so that's what's helping me a lot. I definitely want to go in the criminology area once I get my criminal justice major, so we'll see after that.
Well, good luck to you, man. That's a heck of a career to choose.
Yeah.
It definitely is. And, you know, I mentioned your goals early on with the Express, 24 goals, 61 assists. And then with Butte, 8 goals and 14 assists. We wish you a lot of goals here this season. I know defense is not normally a position where you're going to score a lot, but Missouri State seems to have those type of defensemen that, you know, they put the puck in the net. It's not a guy that, you know, maybe he has 30 block shots and 2 points. You know, it's going to be a different situation. You're going to have 30 block shots and about 20 points by the time it's all said and done. So definitely a lot of opportunities, especially on the power play, to get those points racked up.
Yeah, it's especially with a lot of D. We have a lot of good D that can, you know, get some points. And when I first came here, I talked to Army at the time and Lazi, and I asked them, like, hey, what do you want? What kind of play style you want me to be? And they said they want me to stay at home D. And so, yeah, I'll rush the puck up every once in a while, but I definitely take more pride into no goals against.
Derek Smith joining us, Derek. And, you know, I tell a lot of the players more goals. In this case, well, I really don't want to wish you more block shots. I know that that's going to be a great thing to have. So more block shots, just don't get injured, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Derek Smith joining us here on KBFL and on Web Sports Radio. We'll take a break, be back. More hockey coming up in a moment.
Now playing at Mediacom Ice Park in Springfield, a new ice age. It's the Missouri State Ice Bears hockey. Now through February, exciting, hard-hitting, fast-paced collegiate hockey, Ice Bears style. Get your advance tickets at Missouri State Tix box offices or call 417-836-7678. Tickets also available at the games. There are no speed limits at Mediacom Ice Park when you see Ice Bears hockey.
We're back at Mediacom Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Rink. Fans have packed this arena to see period number 3, like they haven't been packed since the beginning of the game, but 4-0 lead for Missouri State. And goals have come from O'Brien, Saunders, Kovacic on the power play, and Anderson on the power play.
And if you're listening out in the central lobby area next to the concession stand, it's a little too late to think about that bear. They're going to close it off.
Well, drop of the puck. So you have just a couple of seconds. Drop of the puck in the third period. No more beer sales. Dan, put yours away. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Just once I'd like to be able to say, I'm in the bag, Steve. Take over.
Oh, you're a lightweight.
Yeah, I really am anymore. There was a day I could have hung, but no, not anymore. So the Ice Bears will go back to work with the lead. They trail shots and goal, 26-21. Most of that because of all the penalties they took in the second period. And they allowed Jamestown to get some extra shots on them. But again, for the second night in a row, excellent PK for the Ice Bears.
Yeah, it really has been. And Missouri State, again, on the penalty kill, looking very well. They have not allowed any goals. And for the season, they came in at 92.6%, 2 for 27. So if you add the 4 power plays that the Jimmies have had, 2 for 31 right now, and that's not a bad percentage at all, 93.7% on the penalty kill.
I have to add one little caveat, though. There have been some missed opportunities and wide open goals, especially for McKechnie. Down behind the glass, Dr. Ben Goss, ready for this third period?
I am indeed, and I'm ready most of all to see the Ice Bears get this 5th goal, because that'll mean they get to scratch off the S in Andy's, and everybody will get a $1 Sunday compliments of the Ice Bears.
It's going to get expensive for Andy's this whole weekend. It's been that way at least 3 times for the $1 Sunday. Puck as we're underway, and Missouri State skating from the left to the right. They'll send it in to the Jimmies zone. Jimmies from the right to the left. It'll go to the near side, and it's intercepted by Bell. Tipped up and over the net by Kovacic. Leading scorer for Missouri State. McNeil behind the back pass. It goes to McKechnie. He'll have it on the right side to the left, or to the opposite way. And
he'll try to work it down onto the right side. It gets taken away as Jason Richter had an opportunity but lost it. Now Son Steve will watch it go all the way down to the end wall, and it slides through behind the net. They'll gather there. Alex Turn, good to see him back on the ice, takes the puck away, as it looked like he was very seriously injured, but it was just a stinger, and he's back in action.
Drive in by Turin. He'll go back to the bench with 19 minutes remaining in the period after the save by Brower.
Long pass down ice.
No icing.
It was deflected at the red line by an Ice Bears player, and now it'll come to Schumacher, who gets pinned in the near corner. Puck jumps up, and Cale Bell will glove it back down to himself, tries to play it around the boards, and is chipped up and out of play. And I believe this will come outside the zone. Just getting this third period underway. I'm Steve Casson. Why do I keep wanting to do that lately? I'm Dan Lee along with Steve Casson.
Again, you're more than welcome to do the Coaches Show tonight.
That's 3 times this weekend. Something weird's happening.
It has. And again, our Coaches Show live on Jock 98.7 FM tonight from Civil Kitchen and Tap at 10:30. We hope you'll tune in for that.
Alex Harmon, your videographer on West Sports Radio. Tonight, as the Ice Bears face a little pressure, and Cameron Todd with an opportunity, but Bailey Stevens right on top of that one again. Comes to the near half board. And chipping along the blue line, and finally gets shoved back behind the goal. Oh, big shot delivered on Cale Bell there by Schumacher, and they'll still wrestle for it deep into the corner. Ice Bears have it. They try to get it out of the zone. The saucer works as far as the red line, and then it'll be turned back by Jamestown as they go for a wholesale line change. Ice Bears will set it up behind the goal. Travis Barrett will try to get off the ice. Pass comes up the middle. No, Barrett was just faking it, and went all the way around the corner, and it was wide open. Now he'll go to the bench.
Yeah, the Ice Bears were in the midst of a change, and they picked up the puck, and they thought, well, we'll stay on the ice, but they really needed to just get off and complete that change. They did. Puck back to Carson Warnig. He will send it into the zone. Derek Smith runs a little rough shot, and it's sent right back in from Destin Robinson back into the Jimmy zone, where it's traveled all the way down to the Missouri State end.
Destin Robinson will go up against Carson Warnig, and Warnig gets the better of that battle. Big crunching hits along the boards as Browning gets into it. 6'8", 240 pounds of him going to work, and Browning comes up with the puck. It'll be Matty who comes in to challenge him, and he turns him back into the corner. They double team him, and finally the Ice Bears get the white jerseys on the advantage. But now, fighting right back, here's Richter. Richter gets rattled along and spun around on the boards. The Ice Bears come up with a break.
It'll come out to the Jimmy's line as Kyle Barron gets pulled off by Cooley. He does a couple of extra checks there to make sure that the possession is thwarted, but here come the Jimmies.
And they get McKechnie down the middle, but McKechnie is thwarted in his efforts by Chris Brown, and the puck comes into Bailey Stevens, an easy save for him to stop play with 16:31 left in the third period. 4-0 Missouri State University advantage.
Let's go to the between the glass with Dr. Ben Goss.
Well, at 5'9", Steve, Matt Matty was giving up almost exactly 1 foot to the 6'8" Garrett Browning, but that didn't stop him. He went ahead and put a check in his ribs, and the Ice Bears are so far outpacing the Jimmies here early in the third period.
Ice Bears go back to work. Ruben is in now, and he'll get the, it went right through his skates. Looked like he was going to have a nice opportunity, but a pile up right there on the corner of the goal, and we'll stop play. 16:15 left third period as we'll face it off to the right of Bailey Stevens. I think they're arguing for some goaltender interference, the Ice Bears are, but I don't think they're going to get it. Face-off will be to the right of Stevens. Saunders comes in to do the chores for Missouri State University. And the draw is won by the Jimmies, and they'll take it back at the top of the face-off circle. Try to get it back to Okino, pass intercepted, and now tipped out of the zone.
It'll come just as far as the blue line. Now at center, and it's Salenbach. He backhands it, gets it to Ruben across the line, and a shot in, which will be held on to and covered by Brower.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brower had a little difficulty with that when it came in low, looking for the 5-hole, and he actually missed it with the glove, but good technique with the legs collapsed around it. The puck was actually halfway through the pads before it finally stopped. So a good backup plan from Brower to keep that one from going in.
15:54 remaining in the period, and a 4-0 lead. And with a 4-0 lead, you think the fans would be happy, but they're kind of not really into this game right now with the Ice Bears having a commanding lead. Turin, Kovacic, Bell, cut off at the pass. Bell still with it. He falls down. Barron steals for the Jimmies, but it comes to Bell. He shoots and a save. Rebound loose, and it's out to center ice. And Dan, there you go. Brower did have trouble with that shot too.
Kovacic has it at the red line. Goes cross ice to Bell, and he'll just shovel it in. Browning will take it back for Jamestown up across his own blue line. Now he saucers it diagonally into the corner. It'll be taken back by the Ice Bears. Schumacher. He gets held down, and I don't see a penalty on that as they literally grabbed a hold of his arm and dragged him down to the ice, and no call. Here's Browning. His shot is taken away by Schumacher. Outlet to Kovacic.
Across the line into the zone. That's as far as it goes. Crom was there to break it up. And now it's at center ice, and Alan Pruss.
And Pruss breaks through traffic. Gets the shot off a bouncer that floats a little bit wide to the right, all the way down into the corner. Taken by Jordan Bratton.
Bratton will have it. Lots of room on the left side. Looking for Barrett. Streaking through. Barrett didn't get the shot. It was actually the pass-through attempt by Bratton that made it to the goal. And the puck is all the way back to the Missouri State end.
Derek Smith got rid of the puck right before he received a bone-jarring hit back behind the goal. Ice Bears pinned in at the boards. Jamestown full court pressure, if you want to call it that.
Penalty
We're going to get a penalty coming up to the Ice Bears. with 14:08 left to go in the third period, and Jamestown will go on the power play, I believe, for the 5th time. Is that right?
It is going to be power play number 5. This is going to be a trip against Barrett. 6 penalties. 6 penalties, 12 minutes for Missouri State. Power play number 6.
Well, penalty number 6, but power play number 5, I believe. You had it right the first time when you said 5.
No, yeah, 5 power plays, but it's the 6th penalty.
Yeah, right. Okay, now we got it straight. As Jamestown goes back to work on the power play, and they have control. Okino at the left point. Looks in on Turin, decides to go to the right side, snaps it back on the left wing. McKechnie with a drive, and this one goes straight up the arm and up high over the goal of Bailey Stevens. Now it comes back on the right point. Okino with it at the top of the slot, waits for a man to slide by. Now goes to McKechnie, centering pass right down deep on the crease, and somebody got a stick in there to stop it. Okino goes right side, now to McKechnie. McKechnie back to Okino with a left-hander, and it's knocked down by Barrett, or rather Turin, and he'll sweep the stick and clear the ice.
13:18 to go in the third period. A 4-0 lead for Missouri State. And Trevor Okino back of his own zone out of Richmond, BC. Now here come the Jimmies.
Cutting to his right is Brandon Shaver. Shaver carries all the way to the corner. Now a drop pass back behind to Cale Bell. Bell will go back to the wing and Okino. Now they're coming on the other side, and here's Bell again. Shaver rather. Shaver working the left point. Okino on the right. Back to Shaver. One-timer. Oh, man, he put some heat on that one, but it missed wide right and all the way out it bounds out of the corner. And Jamestown will have to reset. 27 seconds left in the power play. Ice Bears quick to swipe this one away and send it back down.
12:29 remains. And the Jimmies come across the Ice Bears Andes sign, which is one shy of folks getting an Andes. Power play has 8 seconds.
And
it's
a
cleared.
nice clearing shot. That'll do it for the penalty.
So Missouri State stellar on the penalty kill. Worked a little on the power play. They are 2 for 4.
I'd be happy if they didn't keep testing themselves, though. Got to stay out of that box.
Well, that's the first thing head coach Jeremy Law said at the intermission, stay out of the box, and Missouri State hasn't done that. They've allowed 2 in this period, power plays. Here's Yee. Cooley steals it from him. It's taken away in on goal, so this will be no icing. And Stevens will step it aside. Now out to center. Yeah, this long pass should be an icing call, and it is. Icing will bring it back with 11:33 to go in the period into the Missouri State end of the ice. 4-0. O'Brien his third, back at 1:10 of the first period. 9:47. Saunders his first. 10:18 on the power play. Kovacic his sixth, and then on the ensuing penalty, it was a power play goal for Kovacic. A power play goal for Anderson, and that's where we stand right now. Yeah, Kovacic got the power play goal, would make it 3-0 on the ensuing penalty, and then in the second period, Anderson on the power play at 17:23.
Ice Bears almost turn it over in their own end, a comedy of errors as they collide amongst themselves for the second time. And we're going to get a whistle. What is this, offside or what? No, we're going to get a penalty out of this somewhere.
No penalty.
No penalty. I'm not sure why the whistle blew, because they're facing it off to the left of Bailey Stevens. Do you have any idea, Dr. Ben Goss?
As a matter of fact, I don't, but I will try to find out.
Just drag the referee off the ice there for just a second, ask him what's going on.
Yeah, do an interview with him.
Yeah.
About 5 minutes.
Yeah, right. That ought to do it. Jamestown with the puck. 5-on-5 hockey. Trying to put something past Bailey Stevens tonight, as the Ice Bears can't get it out of the zone. Okino, nice centering pass through, but it bounces off McKechnie. Now he'll try to stuff it in, and he does! On the short side, McKechnie finally cracks the egg and makes it 4-1. Or did he?
No,
he didn't. I thought he scored. No, Stevens stopped that one. My goodness. I could have swore I saw an arm out from the official. But no. I don't know what he was pointing at, but it wasn't the goal. It's still 4-0, excuse me. Wow. I don't know how Bailey Stevens held on to that thing. It was right at the foot.
Here come the Ice Bears as they break out a 2-on-2. Perron with a drive and a blocker save. We're going to get a penalty against Sollenbach. Knocked the goaltender down, and now we're going to get Perron. He may go too. We get all sorts of fisticuffs going. Perron with a stick high. Now we've got helmets knocked off. And this all started with Sollenbach, who hit the goaltender after he came out of the net to make the save.
Yeah, it's going to be a mess.
We'll see what we get here. So
we know Sollenbach's going. We know Piranha's probably going for the Ice Bears.
This is where it starts. There's the shot, the save. Sollenbach runs into the goaltender. Now we start to get some pushing and shoving. Perron with a cross check there. I don't know if the officials are going to call that or not. And then the rest happens.
Well, I saw 2 Ice Bears heading that way. I see 2 Jimmies heading for the box. Now 3 as Perron will join his mates. How many's in there, Dr. Ben Goss? How many's in the box right now? We can't see.
2 in the box for the Jimmies and 2 in the box for the Bears.
Okay.
Well, it evens up, but...
Well, if they're all 2-minute penalties.
If it evens up, then Missouri State gets a break.
Yeah, big time. They probably deserved a little bit more.
Oh, not probably. They did deserve a little bit more.
If the Jimmies could have left that at just the penalty to Sollenbach, they'd be better off. But they had to retaliate and prove they needed to defend their goalie, which is common. You're going to see hockey players do that. You give your goaltender a shove or a push or run into him like Sollenbach did right there. You're going to go out there and make a statement for your goaltender. That's just comes with the territory. But the Jimmies felt the need to retaliate, and of course that led to a retaliation from the Ice Bears, and before you know it, you've got yourself a melee on a hockey Saturday night.
Wow. Let's go between the glass, Dr. Ben Goss.
Sasha Perron is going to be the one who joins Spencer Sollenbach in the box for the Bears. He was in the protection business over there in the corner early on, and unfortunately he got identified as a bad guy by the officials. At this particular point now, we do have a 3rd Ice Bear in the box, and that's going to be Nikita Solnikov. And so there are 3 Bears in the bin at this point.
And I think Solnikov is just serving the penalty. I think there is an additional penalty. That's why Missouri State is shorthanded. It's going to be a power play number 6. And we will get the announcements coming up in a moment, but we know that there is at least 2 more penalties.
Yep, and Solnikov is just serving. He didn't cause it or anything. There's a shot right off of the top of the slot following the face-off, and Bailey Stevens had to jump on that one and hold on tight, and he does. So already Jamestown levies a good attempt following the initial face-off on this, their 6th power play, if I'm seeing this right.
Power play number 6.
30-25, the shots on goal in favor of Jamestown. Well, I'll tell you what.
I don't know if those are minors or not.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they'll get the call to us in a minute. Here's Okino with the puck, though, as Jamestown goes back to work on the power play. They have 1:37 left to work with. Okino stations at the top of the slot. McKechnie on the left side with a one-timer and a good pad save by Bailey Stevens. Now an interception at the blue line, but not able to skate forward with it is Josh Bell.
10:32
Here's the
remaining
penalties.
in the 3rd period. Penalties for the Ice Bears. 2 minutes for goalie interference, Cullen Bach. Bach 2 minutes for goalie interference. He also receives 2 minutes for roughing. Number 74 with the Ice Bears, Sasha Perron, 2 minutes for roughing.
So that's 9 penalties, 18 minutes for Missouri State.
At 10:32. Both 2 minutes for roughing. Number 16, Kyle Bell. At number 17, Ko Sunstibo.
Okay, so the Ice Bears can count themselves fortunate it wasn't a lot worse than that, as the Jamestown Jimmies still have 55 seconds left on their power play as Richter spins around, goes for some open ice on the right-hand side, taps it through the boards all the way to the near side. And Okino, who's had a lot of ice time here in the third period, is still out there, and he tries to man the low slot. They give it on the left side now. Okino on the wing had his shot blocked. He'll be on point this time. And a dribbler out front, picked up by Schumacher.
That's played with a high
stick as he tried to clear the zone, and they're going to go ahead and
Todd's arguing that he didn't play with a high stick, but it's above the shoulders, and that is.
Yep.
Well, I'm okay with those penalties. And Sollenbach gets an extra 2, and that makes it a power play. And between you and me, Missouri State got off light on that.
Yep. And it was going to be a 2-minute advantage for Jamestown anyway. So, yeah, we came out all right.
8:53 to go in the period.
Probably better than we had a right to.
Saunders with it. And again, folks that are watching on West Sports Radio's live TV do not know what the connection issue is, if there is one or not. I know that it's a city issue, nothing we can do here, so bear with us.
As Okino will try again with 2 seconds left in the power play. Puck is knocked down on the boards. Matt Matty gets in there and ties things up, and now we're back at full strength with a one-timer that whistles wide to the right. And it'll come back around to the near side. That was a heck of a crank that time from Brandon Shaver, but he missed the mark, and it's still 4-0 Missouri State University with yet another great PK by the Ice Bears. Puck is chipped into the zone one more time. Carson Warnig on defense will try to corral it, can't get it done. It goes back into the corner. Travis Barrett chases it out of the zone. McElroy Scott on the ice, tipped it toward the right side. Nobody there to receive. It comes back to Okino.
7:50 remaining in the period. Puck stolen. Here's a shot by O'Brien, and he missed up over the net. Now in front again, and it goes past O'Brien. Power play is over. Here we come. 5-on-5.
And into the right side is Dylan Haney, and Haney has his pocket picked by Johansson. Ice Bears can't clear the zone. No, out in front, and Haney was wide open but missed it. A little bit wide to the right. It comes back to the blue line, taken back. Here's Pruss, and Michael Pruss rather, tries to get the shot off, can't get it done. Jordan Bratton had him all wrapped up. It goes back behind the goal. Derek Smith ties his man up. Comes back outside. Pruss with a shot and into the glove of Bailey Stevens for his 32nd save of the game. 7:12 left in the third period. 4-0 Missouri State University. I'm Van Lee along with Steve Casson. I got it right. Alex Harmon on videography. Dr. Ben Goss behind the glass.
Between the glass.
Or behind, either one.
Yeah, okay, either way.
Which do you prefer, Doc?
Well, I'm going to leave that to the experts, but one thing I do know, if there's a way, I'm in it.
There you go.
I like him. Puck slides free after the face-off. Josh Bell will tip it out of the zone. This is going to be an icing call.
And no, it's not, because
they waved it off because Solnikov got there.
Kovacic, he raced to the hash marks, and he was able to beat it, so the Ice Bears have possession. It's a 4-0 lead for Missouri State here in the third period. 6:51 to go, and the Ice Bears will clear the zone and shoot it right back in. It'll go now to Brandon Shaver. Shaver, the only player to have 2 goals in this series.
And it comes back outside. Oh, taken away, and there's a shot. Somebody had their stick whacked away. Somebody thought they were getting slashed, but no call from the officials. Now back out front, and a snapshot from McNeil that goes wide to the left. And the puck cleared out. A roller that rolls right in on goal. It took a right turn at the blue line and found its way to Brower.
6:13. Dan, did you catch what I just made a mistake on?
No, not really.
I said Shaber is the only one to have 2 goals in this series. I meant 1 goal. He's the only player to have 1 goal in this series because
something about that didn't sound right, but I'm getting too tired to figure it up and do play-by-play at the same time. Here comes Cameron Todd, and he'll get a shot up, and it's deflected up into the netting, and the stop play was 5:52 to go.
One who is not tired is Bailey Stevens. He is looking very well in that net tonight.
Yep. He has had a heck of a weekend for the Ice Bears. Player of the game last night.
There's been 1 point by the Jimmies, and that's Shaber. Had an unassisted goal in yesterday's game.
As the Jimmies win the draw, they'll just dump it into the corner, though. Ice Bears will fight for it, and they'll clear the zone with Chris Brown doing the honors. Puck got away momentarily. Jimmies take it back, and they'll dump it in and go for a quick line change defensively. Okino out there again. Man, that guy's got an extra gas tank.
He's a junior out of Richmond, BC, 6'1", 200.
Ice Bears are going to let things settle down a little bit with 5:20 left to go. Now they finally set it up.
Off of Solnikov. He tipped it down. This should not be icing. And
well, he's not arguing the point.
Well, okay.
It might have hopped over his stick. 32-25 shots on goal in favor of Jamestown, but they trail it 4-0. They've had wide open goals. They've had goals that weren't goals, if you want to listen to me do play-by-play. They just can't seem to get one in the tweens.
They came into this period 26-21 in shots.
And now we're going to get a stoppage in play as the officials want to talk to somebody about something. Just to each other.
Or we're getting a timeout, possibly.
Wouldn't that? Well, okay. That would have to be Missouri State's timeout then, because didn't Jamestown have one earlier?
They did, so the Ice Bears take the timeout here.
5:15 left to go here in the third period. 4-0 Missouri State University. Dr. Ben Goss, we've been waiting all year for the Ice Bears to really get things clicking. They didn't look that convincing early in the season, but it looks like they've got things under control now.
You're exactly right, Dan, and certainly this is happening in spurts and in spots, but it is happening, and that's a great sign because it is still early in the year, and they still have plenty of time to get into a full-blown rhythm. I want to send out a shout-out to the Godfather, Stan Melton, tonight. He has some out-of-town guests that he had to squire around the Branson area this evening, but we're quite sure that he is listening, and we miss you being here, Godfather, but we'll look forward to seeing you the next time and hope you're having a great time with your guests.
A lot of people aren't real happy about that term, but you know what? He gave Springfield an offer they couldn't refuse when he brought college hockey to Springfield, Missouri, and we will forever be indebted to that young man.
Ice Bears Solnikov picked up the puck loose from the red line on. Solnikov tried to get it around the skate of Sunstebo, and he was able to kick it away into the corner. Now here's a lead pass, and it goes to McKechnie.
And McKechnie will try to line it up, centers it through, but good defensive work by Schumacher, or is that Matty? I can never tell, 81 or 91. That was Matty with the defensive play that time. And Cooley will take it back, and Hunter tries to flip it to Solnikov, a little too far. Chris Brown takes it back and dumps it in.
4:32 to go in the period, and a full sail line change for Missouri State. And it is Sunstebo. Sunstebo used to play for Minot. That's the team that on the 4th, 5th, and 6th, I believe, that Jamestown will play up in Minot. They kind of have a 3-game series going on up there.
They're going to have their hands full with that one, too. A little scrum in the corner, and they finally decide the matter and send it out of the zone.
All the way down. And Barron in his own zone, 3:56. Puck taken by Davis to Derek Smith. He races for the puck. Coughs it up at the face-off dot, and we get an Ice Bear upended penalty against the Jimmies. Ice Bears will get the goaltender out. Perron was tripped up. He picks up the puck, and it's touched up, and Missouri State will go on the power play. This will be number 5. It's a cross-check. Let's go between the glass. Dr. Ben Goss.
Dylan Haney for the Jamestown Jimmies got a good piece of Sasha Perron that time from behind. And so now the Jimmies are going to have to serve a little bit of time in the naughty bin with 3:31 left here in this game.
Ice Bears already 2 for 4 on the power play tonight. They have had a great weekend on the power play.
They have. Well, they are working on number 5, and ever since their practice, I talked to head coach Jeremy Law, and he said we worked on the power play every day in practice for a good half hour or so. And it's working very well for them right now. 1:45 as the puck was cleared. 3:13 to go in the third period. Barrett across the line, taken away and sent down.
We might have to interview 2 players tonight.
And who's that? Bailey Stevens and who else?
Yeah, right. We kind of have a tradition of not giving the same player of the game 2 nights in a row. So I know we'll want to talk to Bailey when this is over, but let's see who gets player of the game tonight as well.
Barrett in front to Schumacher, and a save right on the doorstep there by Brower.
We do not determine that anymore if you haven't joined us in a couple of years.
No, it's the Steak and Shake player of the game, and it is the Booster Club who chooses it this time.
So we'll see what they decide here in a little bit. Of course, don't forget the Coaches Show coming up from Civil Kitchen tonight with Steve Casson. Hope you'll join him for that. So that's going to be a short post game for us here at Jordan Valley Ice Park, so we can get him packed up and moved over there.
Yeah, very quick. Puck is taken away and cleared and sent out all the way down.
Dr. Ben Goss, that means you can't ask your epic 4-minute questions after the game tonight.
Like his 4-minute questions are about 30 seconds, actually.
Yeah, really.
You give a college professor a hot mic in a crowd, that's just like saying sick him to a junkyard dog. Don't count anything out yet.
2:12 to go. Puck is cleared and sent all the way down. 36 seconds remaining in the power play. Jimmies with a line change. The Ice Bears are slow to get it up, but they're okay with that. They have a 4-0 lead. And now we get a couple of players, Bratton and Sonstebo. They get mixed in. Todd has it chopped away by Kovacic, and he'll pick it up for the Jimmies.
18 seconds left in the power play. Coming in on left wing is Cameron Todd, and Todd is ridden off the puck by Schumacher. They'll fight back behind the goal. Ice Bears have it. Nice skating, and Bell clears the zone to Kovacic.
Left side, 2 seconds to go on the power play. It's expired. Brown waits in front, and instead it is cleared out to center, and a lead pass.
And they'll get it on the right wing and in on the backhander, and a nice save by Bailey Stevens off the shot from Cale Bell. And Josh Brown takes it back.
Now it's Josh Bell with it. Bell gets hit up hard, and then he gets hit a second time, and we're going to get a penalty. So Bell hits Bell. The penalty goes to Cale Bell, who hit Josh Bell, and their bells were rung.
Bells will be ringing. I know that's what you want to do, but you can't sing.
I can't. Power play number 6. So it was a good power play as the Ice Bears were almost, at 50%. Now they're going to drop a little bit unless they can grab a goal here and keep it at 50%. So immediately Sonstebo was able to clear it, their captain. 1:04 to go in the period. That will supersede the penalty. 4-0 Missouri State. Barrett flying down the right side. Gets around Sonstebo. Back behind the net to Crom. Fans yelling, "Let's go Bears." Puck cleared, sent all the way down, no icing.
They want their dollar Sunday, don't they?
They
40
do.
seconds left on the clock, and they're leading 4-0, and their chant goes up.
One away from that.
They got it late yesterday. Ice Bears would like to deliver the treat again.
And Missouri State isn't worried about that. They're just worried about clearing the puck. Honestly, what they're worried about right now is...
Yeah, we don't want to say it.
Yep.
Don't want to say it.
And so it's at center.
Browning gets a nice hip check from Patrick Johansson, but the puck still manages to gain the zone, and there's a steal by Bratton.
8 seconds to go. Bratton breaks in. Bratton in front. He shoots, and we're going to get another penalty. This one will go against the Jimmies. But
it's moot.
It is mute.
And Browning gets upset at the ending result. Oh, and he shoved an official. Oh, not good. No time on the clock, though. but this could still be a league penalty.
We'll see what's going to happen here. We know there's already a penalty upcoming, so at least 2 minutes. 48 seconds left. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. The game's over.
Yeah, the game is over, so I don't know if that goes in the books or not, that delayed penalty.
It does. It will go on the books. It's called at 20 minutes, is what I meant to say, of the period.
Well, and I'm sure there's going to be some kind of message sent to the league office about the shove Browning gave the official after the final whistle had blown too. You just can't do that whether it's game time or not. I don't know if he'll get away with that or not. I really don't, but we'll find out later on. In the meantime, Dr. Ben Goss is down on the ice trying to find somebody to talk to, and I'm not even sure. Do we even know who the player of the game is?
It's Bailey Stevens again.
It is Bailey Stevens, okay. Very rare for the same player to get it 2 nights in a row, Doc.
Well, he got the goose egg, so you know that it's going to be Bailey in this case. And again, we don't control it this time.
It would be real hard to take it away from him, that's for sure.
O'Brien at 110 is third, 9:47. Saunders is first, 10:18 on the power play. Kovacic is sixth. Anderson at 17:23 of the second, and for Anderson, that is his second of the game, and that's the way it ends up. A 4-0 shutout win for Missouri State, and Bailey Stevens is the guy we're going to talk to right now.
Goaltender Bailey Stevens, the Steak and Shake player of the game for the second game in a row. We say that's a rarity around here, but you certainly deserved it. You were stonewalled back there tonight. Talk about your perspective of this game from the net.
It was a hell of a game. They put up a good fight at the beginning, and then we just came out, we played our system, stayed in our zone, played our systems, and that was about it. We tried to dominate as much as we could.
If there's anything that you would like to improve about your game, as good as it was, what do you think that might be?
Everything always can be improved. Doesn't matter, a lot of puck handling, needs more talking out there for me, but I think everything needs improvement overall.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly why he's earned his second Steak and Shake player of the game. Congratulations, Bailey. Well done tonight. Good job with the clean sheet.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
All right, that is the Steak and Shake player of the game, Bailey Stevens. Shots on goal end up 33-26. The Ice Bears only 5 shots in the third period on Brower and 9 shots on Stevens, 3-period total of 33. Power plays, Missouri State 2 for 6. The Jimmies were 0 for 6, and the Ice Bears continue their hot streak with the power play. They improved to about 94% on the penalty kill now, which is a very good percentage for this Ice Bears team, and they will start to improve on the power play also. 4-0 win. Missouri State improves to a record of 5-1 this season, and Cole Bell's University of Jamestown Jimmies, they are 0-2 to start this early season. As I mentioned, the Jimmies' next game will be against Minot State. That is the 4th of October at 7 o'clock.
Boy, I'll tell you what, I don't envy you, but we got to get you over to the Civil Kitchen real quick. You've got a coach's show to do tonight.
That's right, friend. On Jock 98.7 FM. We hope you'll tune in for that. Also here on Web Sports Radio, we'll have that for you too. Other than that, the Ice Bears with a couple of wins. Next weekend, they're on the road too, as Missouri State will play Oklahoma. That's on Thursday, September 22nd, or 27th, that is. I'm Steve Castle for Dan Lee and for Alex Harmon and Dr. Ben Goss. Until next time, good night.
You've been listening to Missouri State Ice Bears Hockey with your host, Steve Casson. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Ice Bears Hockey is a presentation of DS Sports Enterprises and WebSportsRadio.com.